Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my review for this Neewer handheld video stabilizer. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a big fan of the Neewer brand, and the reason why is that I have a huge passion for photography and cinematography, but I don't have a huge budget for it. And so the Neewer brand actually offers a really good balance between price and quality, and I've tried, I don't know, close to a dozen of their products, never been disappointed with them. So when it was time for me to get a stabilizer, I checked out Neewer to see if they had something and was super happy that they did. Picked this little baby up. I've been using it for a while. I try not to review a product unless I've actually used it and not just once. I want to use it a few times and make sure that what I'm telling you is the truth. So I can say, for those of you who don't want to watch any further, that I definitely recommend this stabilizer. I don't have any problems with it at all. So now, for those of you who want details, let's check it out, starting with the case. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I have a huge pet peeve when I get new equipment in and it has these nice cases, but then the stitching is all, coming out or frayed. I just received another piece of photography equipment from somebody else, and that was the case. Because you open it up and then you immediately lose a little confidence in the product. So the case itself is very, very nice. Don't have any problems with that. Once inside, you can see that it's got a lot of padding and it's perfectly cut out to hold your case, or your stabilizer. Here's your DVD and a little Allen wrench. So the Allen wrench is to adjust this handle. That handle goes up and down. You can adjust it by loosening that screw there. I do like that it has some extra space in here. There's some other equipment that I have that I'll probably use every time I use this stabilizer, so I'm just going to cut that out and put it right in there with her. All right, so now for the stabilizer itself, we'll give you a good look at it here. You can see everything is very nicely made. The carbon fiber is perfect. I love carbon fiber. It's very lightweight, but still super strong. The weights themselves are back here. You can adjust how many by just loosening that screw. And you can remove a plate or put a plate on, however you want to do it. You can also adjust these front and back by loosening these. Then you pull them where you want them and tighten them down. So you can see that's not going anywhere. So if I can give you one bit of advice, something that I've found that works well for me is that I try to balance my different lenses with these weights in the extreme front and back position. And so I do that so that I can actually just keep a notebook and say, with this lens, I'm going to have the back all the way back and the front all the way forward, and I'm going to have this many weights on this side and that many weights on that side. So that way I can pre-balance all of my lenses that I might use, so when I'm on a shoot, I can really quickly swap between lenses and have a good balance. Maybe do some fine-tuning with the left and right, and the front and the back, and which we'll get to in a second. But it only takes less than a minute to swap out and to balance rather than 10 minutes, because it will take some time your first time. All right, now back onto the product. You can loosen that up and it actually extends out. It's a really nice extension there. Tighten that back so that it's not sliding around while I'm trying to show you. The handle is very nicely padded. The pivot is super smooth. And back and forth, up and down, everything runs really, really smoothly. And it's nicely balanced. All right, for the head, to attach your camera, you just loosen those front screws up there. This slides back, and then you have your screw there. I keep a screwdriver with me when I'm shooting, but you can use a coin if you need to. And then obviously your camera just attaches to that. So like I said, you have the front and the back and the left and the right adjustments, so that when you get your camera on, you can really, really fine tune it. I found that that I use the same camera to shoot, so once I adjusted that with one lens, it didn't really ever throw it off when I changed it with a different lens. It only adjusted the front and the back balance, which was accomplished by changing the weights. So my changes in between shoots have gotten to be really, really fast with it. The one thing that I would say is practice. It does take some practice. It's a new skill, and it's a different kind of shooting to get this balanced and to really get it nice and smooth. But once you do, the quality of your shoots is gonna go way, way up. And for the price, you're not gonna find anything better. I know because I've looked. Yeah, it looks like I made a mess of it already. The other products that I was looking at were several $100s more than what Neewer is asking for this one. And you don't really get anything more. This does the exact same thing that you need to do. Wonderful, wonderful product. All right, yeah, see, so it bothers me. I just noticed that I made a mess of it. I try not to review products unless I've actually tried them and used them enough to, like I said, to really tell you, yes, this is something that I recommend. So this stabilizer is definitely something that I would recommend. I can't find anything to complain about. There's nothing wrong with it that I can see. The paint is perfect. The carbon fiber is awesome. The adjustments are awesome. Everything stays exactly where you put it once you get it balanced. So this gets 5 stars from me.